Food for Thought is sponsored by Citi. This International Women's Day, join Citi and 15% Pledge in supporting Black women-owned businesses.
We are back now with our celebration of International Women's Day, sponsored by Citi.
And this morning, we have a very special food for thought. Earlier on the plaza, Chanel and Dylan introduced us to an incredible entrepreneur who is making a difference using coffee.
So you guys all know I don't drink coffee in the morning, but I perked up when I heard about the mission behind Kahawa 1893, and I just had to give it a try.
I'm passionate about this. I love this. I love turning coffee from green to brown. There's magic there.
Margaret Niamumbo is a woman on a mission to change the way we think about coffee.
It's a ritual in the morning, keeps you awake. It's something that you socialize with your friends over. What I would like more people to consider is the journey of how that coffee gets from the farmer to their cup.
It's a journey that Margaret saw firsthand during her childhood in Kenya. What was it like growing up on a coffee farm?
It was fun. The coffee is actually a fruit that you can eat. I would run around the farm, pick the berries and eat them like fruit.
And according to folklore, some of the more stimulating properties of coffee were actually discovered in a similar way.
There was goats in Ethiopia that were running around and eating the coffee berries, and they were so energetic. So that's how they discovered that coffee had this magical abilities.
I was today years old when I learned all of that. As Margaret was learning about coffee farming, she also saw some of the disparities.
The farmers don't get paid that much. So a lot of the work falls on the women because of the cheap labor that goes into it.
At 18, Margaret left Kenya for the United States, eventually earning a master's from Harvard Business School and going to work on Wall Street. But her love of coffee kept calling her back, along with a desire to do something greater. When did you get the idea to help some of these women and some of these farmers?
I didn't want to just start a coffee brand just to sell coffee. I wanted it to have a bigger mission.
5 years ago, Margaret left her corporate job and launched her brand Kahawa 1893, named after the Swahili word for coffee. Every bag she sells allows consumers to tip the female farmers directly, tips that the company also matches.
We're making it easier for people to learn about the coffee, but also participate in it.
Margaret's mission to pay it forward caught the attention of the 15% Pledge and its founder, Aurora James.
The 15% Pledge is a call to action for major retailers to commit 15% of their shelf space to Black-owned businesses. We're now in the process of moving over $10 billion to Black entrepreneurs across the country.
To date, Margaret says she has sold nearly $6 million and 500,000 bags of coffee, some of which has even come from her own family's farm in Kenya. I tasted it myself through a process of coffee tasting called cupping.
So you basically taking the coffee and you're putting it over your tongue. You'll make a sound, so don't be worried.
Okay. You did that so well.
What do you taste? What do you think?
Tastes like coffee. This one has a bit more of a
mild chocolate.
Yes.
You're getting more so.
Yes. Is this your favorite?
Yeah, it is.
I knew it. 6 years into the business, Margaret hopes to grow into a global brand, giving back with every cup of joe.
Young Black women in America have written to me saying to see another Black woman on the stage, being able to represent them has been something that has given them hope, and now they feel their dreams are valid. To me, it's very, very touching.
I fell in love with you. I walked away from our story and I couldn't stop talking about you. An inspiring mission and story. And obviously, because I'm talking to her, Margaret is here live now with her coffee. Do you like it?
I mean, I had the Kenyan blend that you had outside earlier today, and this is the Ethiopian.
This is the Ethiopian blend.
It is so comforting and warm and flavorful, but not bitter. It's so easy to drink. I love it.
How does that feel when you hear something like that?
It makes me feel so happy because of all the hard work that goes into the coffee, and especially African coffee, because it's such delicious.
It's delicious.
You don't need anything, no milk, no sugar, just black.
I never
usually
drink black
but it's
From
so
the farm, Harvard Business, now back to helping other women. It's just amazing. We also want to mention that our sponsor, Citi, is working with the 15% Pledge to support Black women-owned businesses with the 15% Shop. It's an online marketplace featuring incredible products from Black-owned businesses to give them a shot at the exposure. You can learn more at today.com. Margaret, thank you so much. Can you cheers with coffee?
Cheers. Okay. Thank you. And thank you for revving us up for the rest of the show. I know,
I love it.
I'm all wired now because we need it.